Governor Ademola Adeleke clears 30 months unpaid salaries, gratuities of Osun State workers and pensioners. Hello everyone, welcome to Newsport TV. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State has ordered the payment of backlogs of salaries owed civil servants and emoluments of pensioners in the state. The payment was disclosed in a memo dated January 31st, 2023, signed by K.N. Akintola for the Osun Head of Service. A copy of the memo obtained by People's Gazette stated that Mr. Adeleke ordered the immediate payment of arrears of half the salaries of workers for January 2016. Subsequent payment of arrears of half salaries once in a quarter, beginning with the second quarter of the year 2023. Monthly payment of arrears of half salaries to contributory pensioners, state and local, who have not received their bonus with effect from February 2023, the memo read in part. The governor also directed the payment of 4 months outstanding deductions, May and June 2019, February 2020, and October 2022, starting with the immediate payment of the May 2019 deduction and the other 3 months deductions, including cash backing of the year 2019 and 2022 promotion exercise for the workers. Civil servants in Osun under the previous administration of former Governor Rauf Aregbesola faced difficulties in getting some of their arrears paid. The situation led to several warning strikes and down tools of service. So let's take some comments. The first commenter here said, the person that owed the 30-month salary is still fighting to come back. Another said, if they unseat this man successfully, Osun citizens should better revolt, as in serious revolt. Another said, after the tribunal verdict, this will not shield you from removal. No good advert and can sell a bad product twice. Don't forget to vote #Tinubu for president. Another said, just days after they announced he shouldn't be governor, he did this. I see what he's trying to do, getting to the good side of the people. Another said, working governor. More life, more wins, more success to Osun State. Another said, truly our literacy level is low. Comprehension and analytical thinking is a major problem here. The above is missing. Aregbesola this and Aregbesola that. January 2016, May and June 2019, February and October 2022, cash backing 2019 and 2022, NLC and civil servants. Another said, Osun people, if you people have sense, don't let them unseat this man. I repeat, they should not unseat this man. The viewer that owed the money still wants to come back and some people are still supporting him. Emma Padaje Buruku Yani. Another said, politics because he sees the shake. He won't win the public heart. Why didn't he order it before the judgment? God has used the way to remember the people they owed salaries and pension, career politicians. Another said, God will bless you, sir. You will live long, sir. God will not allow devil to take away your happiness. My mom has been dancing and rejoicing since she heard the good news. Sir, God will take that seat for you till the end. 8 years more again for Osun State. We all love you. Another person said, a old 30 months salary. Another said, wow, this is an assurance that Nigeria will work again. I served in Osun State in 2019 and in the principal office, precisely all the teachers lament bitterly about their salaries. They use the children's school fees to pay the teachers' salaries. And how much was the school fees? I think 2.5 or so. I can't remember. So when it is time to remit money to the government, we will now start our admin work to ensure the accounts balance. But still, after remitting all the money to the government, they still don't pay these people's salary. If not that the principal ensures that the teachers are paid with these children's school fees, I'm sure that the school won't have had any teachers in school, nor will the students have access to education. Even without 2,500 naira, some students still owe school fees. What baffles me is that the principal ensured that all our teachers are paid a salary. Well done, Your Excellency. Another person said, this man is going nowhere. He will remain the governor. Another said, while the weary that owed the 30-month salary is fighting to come back. What a country. Someone that's supposed to be in jail by now. Another person said, the question I want to ask is that, so the government has the funds to pay salaries and pensions, but they intentionally held on to the funds? Another said, the question now, the Nigeria is a corrupt country like Russia. Imagine how he did that within 30 days. Moreover, that someone else has not paid salaries as a governor. Osun State people, you better wake up. Another said, I thought they said 2 months is still early for you to be active. Oga, if you like, pay 10 years salary. On this one, you're not going to win. Simple as ABC. Another said, good, Governor Adeleke, you understand the game, politics and politicking. Another person said, last time I checked from data available, Osun State was never owing salaries. Another said, where did you see that data? Is your dad the Auditor General? Somebody else said, the game is actually changing. Next is Ebonyi State. Another said, this is the change we want. Imole forever. It still baffles me how someone that is owing 30-month salary still wants to come back. As in how? Why? Wickedness at its peak. Another said, so this money is actually there. How wicked can humans be? God that says the heart of a man is desperately wicked means heart of a black man. Nigerian men precisely, because what do you derive from suffering human beings? Not in good faith, but to draw state balance. Another said Nigeria might be zero. And the person 2 months ago, you called all the Osun State Obas to state that you met an empty treasury and heavy debt, but payment of 30-month salary with zero balance sheet is a miracle. Another said, wow, this is American government's real governmental in display in Osun State. The difference is clear. It's time for our people to start seeing good governance perpetration by young Yoruba politicians. Governor Muyiwa Adeleke keep the flag flying. And some people want this good man to go. Suffering dey inside some people's DNA. Another said, 30 months and some people were jubilating for him to come back. Some people like suffer, sha. Another said, people supporting APC are greedy set of people. Another said, Oyetola had 4 years to do this, but he decided to be wicked. Adeleke is not even up to 3 months in government, and he has done what Aregbesola and Oyetola failed to do in 16 years. Osun people, Adeleke is the right one. Another person said, this man will become the president one day. The APC knows he's a threat. That's why they are trying to put him down from now, before he becomes more powerful. But God willing, he shall progress. Another said, some comments, sha, wetin Naija really want. Person pay problem, person no pay problem. You go talk, if this kind money hit your account. Another said, even though Adeleke used the payment of outstanding 30-month salaries to pay political game with Osun people, Oyetola is still a dash man for ignoring the payment all this while. How can human be this wicked? Another said, so Oyetola could afford to pay people and he's just decided not to pay, and he still has the guts to be running around for second term. Just wow. Now, one thing we have to give to some states in Nigeria is that some states do not owe. For example, the precedent laid by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos State is the no owing of salary stance. Now, he has all the other things that, at his disadvantage, but the truth of the matter is, civil servants in Lagos State can never complain of not being paid in the last 16 years or since 1999. They get paid before the last day of the month. They are not owed their salaries. There's no spillover of salary from maybe this month into the other month. And I think that has made a kind of stability, and it does. Lagos State is not predominantly a civil servant state. I'm making the case for Lagos State because it has been consistent even across administrations, right? From when Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the governor to Fashola, to So if that has been achieved in another state, then I see no reason why a state like Osun State, where Aregbesola was a commissioner, would now be the governor of that state and is still owing people the arrears of his administration that Ademola Adeleke just played. I'm just trying to do a linkage to the two to say our politicians can choose to be wicked when they want to be, and they can choose to be, in quotes, nice when they choose to be. It is very wrong. A state like Osun State is a civil servant state. There isn't so much of commercial activities that takes place on a large scale like some other states. So a lot of people who make the bulk of civil servants rely heavily on their salaries, and they deserve to be paid. And even the pensioners, you can imagine 30 months, for crying out loud. And all our leaders who are in the post of authorities have never cried out that they were not paid their salaries, because they always get their salaries as and when due. So I think that we should keep holding our leaders accountable. For example, Aregbesola's name was mentioned, Oyetola's name was mentioned, that during their regimes, the arrears that they did not pay is what Adeleke, who is barely 3 months in office, had decided to clear. How inhumane can we be as politicians and as leaders? Anybody who has done anything right in leadership will always be quoted. Just the way I just quoted the template that Lagos have used across administrations to ensure that they do pay salaries. I am sure some other states who are like that they do ensure salaries are not owed. But for Osun State, it is highly embarrassing, and Oyetola, who is said to be a cousin of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has performed very woefully in that aspect. And also Aregbesola, who was Oyetola's predecessor, and Aregbesola's regime was really bad with owing of salary. He was constantly owing. It was so bad and woeful, and we'll keep calling them out, whether they are still in governance or not. A governor that did not do XYZ when he was there, we'll keep referring to it. We'll keep putting their names in that box of not performing XYZ. And maybe, just maybe, when we start dragging them to say, you didn't do this, we are quoting you. You did this, okay, we are checking the box. Then we should be more serious about making our leaders accountable. Our eyes don't clear. They are all we don't see road now that is not going to be business. We, the electorate, as usual, opened our eyes. Gone were the days when they would just sell us a story and we'll all clap and say, okay. They will say, everybody move to the right, we'll all move to the right. They say move to the left and we'll all move to the left. Now, they are even sweating to speak to us because they know we are going to punch holes in their statements. We are going to ask questions because we are going to make them accountable. This is 2023. We just have to make this country work. Anybody who is not ready to serve should get ready that when you get there, you are going to be held accountable. And if you don't perform, we would ask you to leave. However, we are going to go about that. We have to, because hunger is in the land. There have been the pockets of protests right now in Benin City and one of the states when people are angry and hungry, no fuel, they can't even collect their own money from the banks to feed. Where is Nigeria going? So the payment of these 30 months salaries arrears by the Aregbesola and Oyetola's administration by Ademola Adeleke should be lauded, because I can imagine the relief it is going to bring to the people who have been owed such amount of salaries. We need leaders who have blood running in their veins, because sometimes I ask myself to say, do our leaders have blood running in their veins at all? Because the rate at which they just decide to make life difficult is very appalling. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And please drop your constructive comments in the comment section below. May God bless Nigeria. Stay safe out there. Bye for now.